So one of the best tips I can give you for planning a trip is to think about going in off season. High season, everything is more crowded, everything is more expensive, and there's more chance or a greater chance of getting overstimulated and ending up dysregulated for your child. So, uh, this is our boys are particularly sensitive to a lot of people, and T is particularly sensitive to a lot of people where it seems like everything is disorganized and people are going here and there and here, like a European market square, uh, or even a party at the school where there's no sort of structured people in rows. It's clear what the activity is. And that's true for a lot of autistic kids because organization and structure is so important. Generalization, but tends to be true and more true for people on the spectrum. One of the places that we love to go, we go almost every year, is Croatia. Croatia, if you're not familiar with the country, has beautiful coastline, a lovely climate, and it's just a really nice place to go for holidays. And especially if you are in more of the touristy areas, people there tend to speak 4 languages fluently, and English is one of them. So it is a good destination to go if you're looking for something with sea feeling, something with the European flair, but where you're going to be able to make do in English. But we always go in October. So we go to the Istrian Peninsula. So we're not down in the real southern part of the country where Split is, or Dubrovnik. We are more in the Pula area. And there the season is really summer. And we like to go in October. Season usually ends about the end of September. And even the prices in restaurants change. You'll see this quite often, especially in European destinations where they have an on-season and an off-season price. So in the restaurants, your pizza is going to cost you a little bit less when you're there in October. You're going to get a better deal on the boat trip or. But it is nice to just be able to walk around and not feel like the family next to you is part of your tour group when you're not on an organized tour. For example, every year we go to the amphitheater in Pula. It's gorgeous. I mean, the Colosseum has nothing on Pula. They're comparable. But by going in October, our boys can run around the arena as if they were Roman gladiators. But we couldn't do that in the summer. We have been the only people in this Colosseum in October. So one, it's better for your bank account to travel off season, but 2, it's better for trying to avoid overstimulation. You already have several factors going against you when you're traveling to begin with. Everything is new. You're not on a routine. You're not in the familiar spaces and places. what they wear may be different than what they've been wearing at another time of year. For example, if you like to go to warm weather places in the winter, I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't need to warm up a little bit? But if they've been wearing sweaters and jackets, coats and scarves and mitts and hats, it's quite a shock to your senses to suddenly be in shorts and t-shirts. Where we get 4 seasons, we do have a slow transition period that helps with that adjustment. These are other things to think about, is what kind of temperature transition is your child going to experience if you travel during peak season? So this is something I suggest. If everybody's going south, go north. If everybody's going north, go south. Try and find the place where the people aren't, because that will help the overstimulation of crowding, and it will also help normalize the environmental factors that your children will be dealing with. So maybe in the summer you go somewhere hot. Maybe in the winter you go somewhere cold. Now, if you live somewhere where you've just got lovely weather all year round, congratulations to you. Maybe this is not as important, but I was born and raised in Toronto, and we would get snow, and yet we would also get 110 degrees, 30 degrees, depending on if you're Fahrenheit or Celsius. So you don't want to go from one extreme to the other extreme. So these are things to think about. And my number one tip, really, before you start to plan anything, is consider, where is it off season? Make sure that place is still open, because some places just are not open during off season. And that's what we found with Croatia. We've hit just that sweet spot, because a lot of stuff does close down at the end of October. So if we go at the beginning or middle, we're hitting just sort of the final weeks that attractions are open, like the dinosaur park in Croatia, which my kids love. But when we go on a weekday during that last week, there's hardly anybody there. There are no lines. There's nothing. I mean, there's still the park, but it's just so easy. It's almost like having an amusement park to yourself. So, my biggest tip, think about off-season travel.